This episode of On the Line is presented to you by Living.Fit, your one stop for all your fitness needs. Make sure you go download the app Living.Fit today. Now here's the show. Welcome to On the Line. Today is Tuesday, May 24th. We got a great show for you guys. We got Damon Jackson on the show. We literally did this interview the day he found out Derek Minner pulled out of their fight. So it's super raw. Great interview. But first and foremost, listen on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Listen on Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Stitcher, any podcasting platform. Hit that follow. Maybe leave a review. If you're watching, go follow us on the podcast. It comes out like 7 hours earlier. So go check that out. So without further ado, let's go on into this interview with Damon Jackson. We are joined by a very special guest. He is fighting at UFC Vegas 56. We are joined by critically acclaimed middle school wrestling coach, Damon Jackson. My man, what's up? How we doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I saw on your Instagram story, I think like 2 days ago, you said you actually like the weight cut. Was that bullshit or are you just lying to yourself?
No, I prep for the weight cut every time. It's kind of like you start eating clean, you're working out more. It's the whole part of it. It's pretty cool. Just kind of getting to that point. Like it definitely sucks, but the process of it is pretty cool. Leading up to the final 5 pounds, that sucks.
Okay, so you enjoy the process, but not like the night of hell, as you might want to call it. But you enjoy the
Yeah.
process of cutting down to that point.
Yeah, that last night's pretty rough, but besides that, yeah, I do.
Just a little like the trash bag jacket, or do you have like a special one, or are you just using trash bags to
No,
kind of tape
I
on?
use old school, just the Everlast sauna suits from Walmart, Target, whatever, wherever I can find them. So
Okay, not too old school, not too old school. All right,
yeah,
so
they go out, they
yeah,
they go bad quick. So I just kind of use them once or twice and then get rid of them.
and get new ones. Yeah, not big deal, not big deal. So you kind of been through. You have a really cool journey in terms of you were in the UFC, didn't go your way, and then you found your way back. And since you've been 3-1, your only losses to Aaliyah Tapuria, who arguably might be one of the top prospects in that entire division. However, as you move forward, I mean, you got to be pretty confident in the second stint in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I get asked that a lot just because it's it's just if you look at my career, it's been a long time. Like when I came to UFC and then when I exited, it was just kind of like I got in the UFC a year and a half into my career, so I had no clue what I was doing, and I was not well rounded at all. So just this time around, it's just me being full of experience and over the years of LFA and going from different organizations and kind of figuring things out on my own. It's just it makes sense to get back there and have that success. But I'm not shocked. I know my level. I know who I get to compete against in the room at Fortis. So whenever I'm in there, I'm there 100%.
So it's one of those things where so if you went back and think back to yourself, you're like, yeah, I wasn't ready yet. It wasn't like one of the things where the
Yeah,
lights were too big or anything. It's like you just weren't ready yet. You probably
I
needed more experience.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Was not well rounded. Wasn't trained with the right people. It was just kind of kind of growing with my team and growing with who I was as a, style wise as a fighter. Takes a little while to figure that out.
So why'd you go pro after a loss in amateur? Just out of curiosity.
I didn't really gauge my level off that loss. Like that loss was, it was just it didn't bother me so much. It was more just like I got caught and didn't know what I was doing, and then once I was training for a while, I just was kind of embarrassed. I was like this makes no sense, like how I didn't know this, so it was really just me figuring out that I was at a pretty high level. Honestly, besides that one loss, it was I was well rounded enough to like make my debut because I knew a lot of guys that were already pro while I was still wrestling, and so it made no sense to not go and get paid. So when I made my debut, it was just me tired of doing it without getting paid. So it was like every fight I would get like nothing, and
Get like a Kool-Aid and a peanut butter and jelly. Like, good job,
yeah,
man.
no, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great. So is it true you didn't get punched until your fourth fight? Was it your fourth amateur fight or your fourth pro
No, my
fight?
fourth pro fight. My fourth pro
Really?
fight is the first time I ever got hit in the face, like square in the face,
Wasn't it a
and
sucker punch too?
it was
Oh,
a fake glove touch, and we walked out. He cracked me, man. He got me good.
what an asshole. That's like straight out of a
Yeah,
video game too, like the fake
yeah,
glove touch, smack,
yeah.
just take it. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Why'd you is that so that was Zach Church, right? That he fought then back to back?
No, that was a different kid. Maybe it was my fifth fight. I don't know. It was actually Louis Luna. He's out of Texas.
Okay.
So I that was when I made the move down to Fortis. Um, I met Coach and I met the team, and Coach was like, "Hey, we had a guy fall out. Would you like to take this fight?" And so I took the fight like on a week notice, and it was against him down in Midland, Texas, and it was just it was a crazy fight, and it was a really tough fight, honestly. And so when he caught me with that, I was really caught off guard.
So why did you fight? So again, I saw this. I saw you fought Zach Church back to back in two different promotions. Why
Yeah.
was that? Why did you fight someone back to back that early in your career in two
um
different
it
promotions?
was I took the fight against him with King of the Cage, and I at the time I thought that was like such a big deal. And then I hit Bellator up, and I was like, hey, I'm from this area. I would love to fight on this card. If you can get me on this card, I can sell 200 tickets or whatever, whatever I said. And so they gave me the fight, and they're like, hey, this guy, we can't find an opponent. So what if we match you up with this guy again? And I was like, I don't care. If he doesn't care, I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. But obviously it's a good matchup. So they gave me the same matchup, and I was like, all right, let's go.
Easy
You know,
enough. I know. I already know. I've already done it before. I can do it again. Easy enough.
yep, yep.
Easy enough. Easy enough. So now, before we talk your upcoming fight here, I want to go back to the Charles Rosa fight. You get cut. The doctor comes in to check on you. How deep did your heart sink? Because you dominated the first 2 rounds. How deep did that heart sink when the doctor came in to check on the cut?
I was really worried about it because like I've been cut in fights before, and I've never had like blood pour out to where I can feel like the warmth. So whenever I could feel the blood kind of like coming straight down my face, and I was talking, I was spitting, like the blood was coming like off of my, off the air coming out, and I could just feel the warmth. I was like, man, I might be in trouble. Like I was really hoping the referee would just kind of like let me continue fighting, and but it's just part of it. So I was definitely worried, 100%. You know, in the moment, I probably wasn't like processing the full thing, but like I knew that that was an option. I knew that they could come in and say, you're done. So I was hoping to sink that rear naked choke in so bad, like I wanted it so bad. And when it didn't happen, it was frustrating. But it was just the sport's crazy. It's a crazy sport for sure. And I learned a lot from that. So hopefully, if I ever get there again, I'll get that finish.
Yeah, exactly. When you start feeling that blood and coming about as much as it is, you got to be like, oh, well, might as well just make sure the doctor doesn't come in. And you also said
Yeah.
your legs felt like concrete in that fight. Did you fix that in the last fight against Camilla Kirk?
Yeah, I hope so. I think it was just kind of learning the way my body was gonna kind of adapt to the cut. It was really just a matter of like doing the weight cut, and I had the issue, and then I tweaked it, and then it turned out great last time. So hopefully that's how it goes. But like when you cut weight, it's honestly so different every time, just the way your body's gonna react to everything. So I'm hoping that I did fix the issue, but you never know how your body's gonna react. It's really frustrating, honestly, because like you'll feel really great going into a weight cut, and then like 10 pounds out, you'll be like, oh shit, like something's going
Yeah.
on. And sometimes you'll feel like crap, and then you'll go in there and smash up a cut. So it's kind of just up to your body, honestly, how the weight cuts go.
feel like a lot of it's like nutrition you put in your body, like
Yeah,
this kind of like all that other kind of stuff. Like even though obviously you don't know what's gonna happen, I feel like just if you do it like smart enough, I don't know. Like
yeah,
I haven't cut weight for a while, so
yeah, no, a lot of people talk shit about it. They never have cut weight, so I'm like, shut the fuck up. But
I that's why I
it's
never
like,
talk shit.
I
I
know
never talk shit.
you can't honestly until you do it a few
No,
times because
no.
it's like there's times in the weight cut where you like legit think you're gonna die, and it's like it's rough. It's not easy. It's definitely I hate. It's the worst part of the whole sport is the weight cuts. I would love to fight naturally, but like I know no one else is, so that's why I do it. And I think that's why everybody cuts weight. But I think I figured that out. But hopefully that doesn't come back and bite me in the ass.
And hopefully not. I was listening to so like when Rob fought missed weight, I was listening to like Tyson, his coach talk about it and everything. Apparently like that entire camp he didn't eat anything bad or anything like that. Just like the calculations and everything just were off. Like it was just
Yeah,
one of those
I mean,
weird fluke things. Not even fluke things, but
I don't get all scientific. Like I don't break down every meal. I don't break down all this stuff. Like it's calories in to calories out for me.
yeah.
When I get like 3 weeks out, that um there's a lot of people that put a lot of time into the counting their micros and all the BS, and they get
Yeah.
into it a little too much. And I think mentally that would drain me if I thought that much about it. So I guess you pay a nutritionist to do that, and then maybe things are easier. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? It's such a it's a crazy thing in the sport that's just kind
Yeah,
of it's just wild. So I know before that Kirk fight, so you were in an interview and someone told you the odds live. You're like, that's some fucking bullshit. I'm gonna go out and finish this guy now. Do you know what the
yeah.
odds are for this one? Have you been told the odds for this one yet?
No, I haven't. I figured, I
What do you
was
think?
hoping I well, hopefully I'm fucking picked to win it.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like like I just kind of like I'm there. I'm ready to fight at any point. So hopefully I'm picked to win it.
Do you want me to tell you? Because I have it right here at the moment.
So I don't care. Yeah.
All right, you're minus 400, so complete reversal of the
Oh, there you
last
go.
one. There you
Well,
go.
that's how I feel about the matchup too. It is what it is. But okay. So I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to go out and publicly embarrass this kid, but he actually just pulled out of the fight.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't even know who you're fighting?
I have no clue who I'm going to fight.
But you're
And
gonna be fighting.
what if it's up to me? Yes. And I literally said anybody any day. Told my manager this. Told matchmaker, and I'm just like, it's mind blowing because the day they gave me this fight, I looked at my wife and I said, he's gonna pull out of this fight, 100%. No way he makes it to the fight. So we're a month out, and I'm thinking, okay, well he hasn't pulled out yet, so I guess it's on. And then I'm 3 weeks out. I'm like, there's no way he's pulling out this fight. We're 3 weeks out. Like, there's no way you can't pull out a fight 3 weeks before. And then like here we are 2 weeks out, and he makes some bullshit post on Instagram, and I haven't officially gotten or I haven't been the fight hasn't been taken away from me, or it hasn't been like given, like I haven't had another option given to me. But I saw it on Instagram that he put on there. He was like, crazy training thing, something. I got hit head to head, I received a concussion, and he said this stuff. And so like I was like, are you serious right now? Like my manager's not telling me this. Like I just was spying on his page and I saw that he pulled out, and I couldn't
I'm like
believe
looking
it,
this
man.
up right now. No
Yeah, look it up, man.
way.
On his Instagram, yeah.
Literally, yeah, 5 hours ago. Holy shit. I would never have thought to look.
I looked on there and it was 20 minutes after he posted it. And so I made a comment and I
Shit.
took it off because I didn't want to be I kind of made an ass of myself. But I took it off before it got too crazy. But this is him and his team. This is their decision. And they made this decision the day they signed the fight. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. I knew he was going to do this 100%. And I do have one interview that I did say this, but I didn't blast him because I didn't want to put that pressure on him. I didn't want to put
I
the
know.
pressure on him.
I was about to ask. I knew you said something.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to blast him and be like, he's gonna pull out. He's gonna pull out. Because then if he would have pulled out, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I really thought that like he just had a newborn, so I figured he needed the money, and I figured he wanted to fight just because it's a grappling style fight. So it's not like I'm gonna go out there and be trying to look for a knockout the whole time. I'm looking to sub everyone I go against. So it's frustrating, man. And they did 100%. They did say that there's a handful of guys that they're going to put in. So I said I did not even look at the matchups. I said yes, and I said whoever, doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Like don't even ask me who I want to fight. Don't say nothing. Like just give me a fight, and whoever wants to show up that day, that'll be the guy. And we'll see what happens. But as far as I know, something's gonna come through. But yeah, he pulled out, man. I didn't want to blast him out before I got the official new matchup, but fuck you,
It is
Derek.
what it
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, I'm not a newsbreaker. I'm not out here like one of the journalists, like some of the other guys you'll talk to, like the Lynch, all
yeah,
those other guys. They're newsbreakers. I'm not a
yeah.
newsbreaker. So I was like, oh shit, please tell me he already announced that.
Oh,
I don't want to be
so
that guy. But
frustrating.
yeah, I was literally giving my next question after you kind of already explained it. You kind of said in another interview you thought he was gonna pull out, and he did. Well, now that fight's
Yeah.
not happening, might as well ask you about it. Was the game plan? He kind of gasses out in the first round
I
most
was
of the
gonna.
time.
So it was okay. So the thing is, like I want to show people I'm well rounded.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a perfect opportunity. Go out there, punch, kick, and then if he takes me down or if I take him down, who gives a shit? Just to show to the people that I can do what I want. And like, at the end of the day, if I would have hit him and rocked him, I still would have taken him down and finished him with the sub. It's not like I'm trying to like show people I'm a striker, just that I can strike, and that if someone gets in my face, I'm gonna get right back in them. And it was such a good matchup for me. I loved it, from the beginning, and so did my coach. So it's like
Well, so did
to
Vegas.
it was just yeah, it's frustrating, man. But there's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta sit back and not talk too much shit, but like talk a little bit of shit, and hopefully I get a matchup and life goes on, I guess. But yeah, I think that Derek's a bitch. I think that that was a bitch move. I think that they knew this from the day they accepted the fight, and like I know some people that are real close to him, and it's making me look at them a lot different now. And it just is what it is. I can't really do a lot about it, so just got to prep for June 4th. Hopefully that comes through, and then if that doesn't come through, then I'm hoping they'll get me on July 30th card in Dallas. But I'm just ready to fucking fight, man. It sucks.
Or maybe they push you back to Austin. You never know. Like that could be another
No,
option. Nothing
yeah,
so.
yeah.
No, no, no. Well, hey, threw
I
it out
don't really
there.
care, man. I'm here. I'm ready to go
Just want to
whenever.
fight.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
Just want to get out there and fight. That man, that fucking sucks. At least, I mean, that is such bullshit because he thought it was gonna happen, and then instead of
Yeah.
doing it a whole month out, 2 weeks before. But I mean, someone will step up. There's too many people in your division for
Yep.
someone not to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think June 4th you'll be out there against someone, whoever.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a similar, at least stylistic matchup, so you don't have to change a whole lot of game
Maybe
planning
it's
behind it.
maybe it's TJ Laramie's little bitch ass that pulled out a long time
Ooh,
ago, or maybe it's
ooh.
Luke Sanders that pulled out. Oh no, he got cut. But it is what it is, man. Like these guys, they do this all the time. They don't like the matchup, and there's no repercussions. Like they don't get cut. They should get a fight taken off their contract. They should get this stuff thrown in their face every time they ask for a fight and they didn't accept for a fight. It's like I think that people just like they don't care about the consequences because there are none. There's no like repercussions of pulling out of a fight or claiming that these things have, because there's people that suffer from injuries like that are major, and you're like, oh man, I feel bad for this guy. Like my teammates, I've seen people in my team get knocked out or like get kicked in the face and get cut or like get poked in the eye in practice. And like, so when people pull out, like we never pull out of fights at Fortis, but when we do, it's like something major that we can prove like on the spot. So, it who knows what you can prove with the concussion. I think that everyone kind of walks around injured. So, just having him pull out this close to the fight, it's really just frustrating.
Like
I don't really
Rockage,
have.
for instance, like this past week, like he had like completely destroyed his knee. and then he went into the
Yeah,
fight with the knee. Like
yeah,
that's an injury where it's just kind of stupid. And also that level too, when you're that high up in the
uh,
rankings, taking a
yeah.
fight with a fucked up knee.
Well,
Ooh.
only thing is that if you take a fight with a fucked up knee, you can say that you hurt it in the fight, so you get free surgery. That would be the only thing.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking that maybe he did with his knee thing, because that's probably what happened. Honestly, I don't want to call him out, but that's probably what he did.
I was
Get a free
so
surgery.
if you
Yeah,
tear anything or whatever before the fight, they're
you're
not
on your
no
own.
one's liable. You're on your own. But if you do it in a
Yeah,
fight,
I mean, maybe you can go through the process, and like I've never personally done it, and I don't know anyone on my team that has went through and like had an injury like that where they wanted to do surgery before the fight, and but I know a lot of people that have taken fights pre-hurt, or they've taken fights with something hurt, and then they took the fight and they ended up hurting that and something else, and then they were out even longer. So like it's a really dumb way to it's the dumbest way to make a living. So if you're relying on this to like feed your family, like you're stupid. Like you're just not a very smart person. And if you think that the fights can not fall out the day before or the day of, like you're not very smart. So like for me, this sucks really bad because I really wanted to fight because I had a vacation planned. Okay. I had
oh,
no, I had a vacation planned. I was gonna leave on the 27th of May. I was gonna get back on May 6th. They said, "Hey, do you want this fight?" I said, "Yep." And so I canceled my trip. I then take this fight, prep for this fight, and move my trip. I moved my trip back 2 weeks or for the week after, like so the 7th is when I would leave. And so now the day I was gonna get back, I canceled that trip, and then the day I was gonna leave, I'm most likely gonna have to cancel that trip if they move my fight. But I'm just like, you can't live your life around MMA, and if you live your life around the injuries and all the yes, I have a fight, no, I don't have a fight, like I mean it's just crazy. Like this guy's pulling out from for whatever reason, but it's just frustrating to me and my family. So hopefully someone steps up and I get to take a fight, and that'll be good. But can't really do anything about it.
no, you can't. You can't. Again, as you said, or as we've said before, this sport's a crazy fucking sport. You just don't know what's gonna
Yep.
happen, whether it be outside the octagon, inside the octagon.
Yep.
It's crazy. So what do you do on the side then? Like, what's the side hustle for the job for the?
So I've been a trainer for since high school. So like
Okay.
my junior year of high school, I got some BS like personal training certificate, and I did that all the way through college. Since I've been out of college, I've even done it like 10 times more than what I've ever done. And I have a good legit business outside of fighting, and that's how I made my living. Like fighting is definitely giving me the bonuses to like do things with my family that I wouldn't get to do with the job that I do have. And and then it's given me so much. Like with the house that I'm building right now is just amazing, and it's all from me working outside of fighting. Fighting is great. I'm hoping that at the end of this year that I get to pay off mine and my wife's student loans with fighting. But like fighting is not my day-to-day income. I do work full time every day, every single day I work. And so I think a lot of fighters definitely think different about the sport. They think that fighting is got to be their only income. They've only got to focus on fighting. They only freak out about it, and like it's just it's too much stress to put on one thing. Like they've got putting all your money in one like crypto, like Bitcoin only or something, like, and then it all gassing out. So it's kind of like for me, I put it in a little bit of everything. I have a vending machine that's like my favorite business is this vending machine I have.
You have a
It's like
vending
one of my
machine?
favorite, dude. It's like one of my favorite things. It's so cool. It's like every other day, like I'm making like in between like 30 and $50 a day off this vending machine. It's like the coolest freaking thing. It's like I'll like restock it. And it's like, I've been a trainer for a long time. I had a landscaping business for a while. And just like I've done whatever it took to make it to where I could train full time as I want to say it is. But I have a different life than most of the fighters because I have 4 kids. So it's like for me, I have to make sure that they have what they need before I get to fight or before I get to train. So I train around my work every day.
What's in the vending machine?
It's like, very healthy choices, honestly. It's like
Okay. Okay.
protein,
Yeah.
energy drinks, protein, bars, protein drinks, like trail mix, like healthy snacks, but and it's all high dollar snacks. So it sells for more than
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
stuff, the cheap, crappy stuff. So which is great. And it's
I'm
in my gym. So it's like it's kind of like it's a must to have healthy things in there. But that's a fun business, honestly. It's really not bad. It's like, you stock it. I stock it like every 3 or 4 days. And it's cool to watch it, and it comes in my account every day, and it's fun.
I'm gonna say that's like the perfect place to put all that stuff too, because people like I'm assuming like is it like a public gym or is it a private gym? Like
Yeah, it's Fortis at Fortis.
oh okay, so like people gonna like
Yeah.
you just have
So
people coming in like oh I forgot to take pre workout or whatever I'm
yep,
gonna go buy an energy
whatever.
drink or
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
I need a
I
quick
got
snack after.
5 hour energies in there. I've got Celsius, like Monster, like just all the normal stuff. And then there's a lot of healthy stuff in there. But like it's just like for me, I've never been able to only rely on fighting. And being in the UFC is great and having the chance of winning that bonus. But like me winning that bonus is me paying off like some big bills or putting money down on my house or like so I'm building this house right now that's just amazing, and then I'm building a pool in the next few months. So like if I got a bonus, that would be like almost like that would almost be the pool. Like the pool cost 62,000, the pool I want. And so me getting a bonus is like basically the pool. So it's like it would be cool
You're fighting
to
for a
win that.
pool. That's what
Yeah.
it'd be. You'd be
Fight,
fighting
yeah,
for a pool. And
whatever.
Minner was
Oh
the
yeah.
perfect person to get a bonus to get that
Dude,
pool.
I'm like, man, like let's go. Like I'm gonna get you tired, and I'm gonna put your ass in a banana split, and I'm gonna get that 50K.
Oh man.
I was even gonna, if I won the 50K, I was even gonna give him 8,000 of it. I was gonna give it to him as a new baby gift, and I was gonna give him that
Oh
bonus.
man.
But he pulled out, man. He's like
Oh
sucks.
my god, that's his loss then too. That's his loss because he would have got at least a little bit. You just got to show money, then you got a little bit of
Yeah,
your bonus money.
yeah,
Losing out a little bit. It is what it is. Though. No, yeah, I feel like that's a really smart approach. And being a trainer too is probably the best job if you're going to be a fighter. That's probably one
yeah.
of the better jobs you can have because you can be as flexible as you want with it in terms of like your
Yeah.
clients and things
I
like
mean,
that.
I train people, and then I have a gap where I want to train myself, and then I have sessions after that. So I train people from like 6 to 8, and then at 8 to 10 I work out, and then from 10 to 1 or 2 then I train other people. And so every day I'm busting out like in between 8 to 10 sessions every day. And or every weekday, and then on the weekends I do a little bit in the mornings on both days. And I do a lot of Zoom sessions. I do a lot of like dieting for people, and it's just like I've learned a lot over the years for myself, just by doing this for other people. But like it's like the most basic thing. Like if someone wants to learn a double leg, something that I learned in the 7th grade. So if someone wants to come to me and pay me to teach them how to do a double leg, I kind of feel like it's a scam. Like I'm showing them a double leg. I'm like, dude, like I know this so good. Like, why are you paying me? Like, it's just funny to me. And then like the dieting thing, it's like it's so funny to me to like see that how people think about their food and like how they think about their life. And it's just like it makes no sense to me. But like I tell them how the way I think about things, and it helps a lot of people out. So
The way people think of like how like what healthy food is and what's like actually
no,
healthy
no,
food.
no, no. Just the way people like process eating food during the day. Like it's so sloppy. Like the way that people they can't wait. Like they'll eat clean all week, and then they can't wait on the weekend to like
Oh,
just eat the crappiest food. I'm like, why do you even think that way? Like how are you thinking that you can just get away with eating like shit for 2 days? You eat clean all week, and then you want to eat like crap on the weekend just because you're not coming to work out. Like that makes no sense. So it's like for me, helping people like teach them how to think about food and how to think about their day-to-day life. It's just it's fun.
okay, okay. I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about with that. I know what you're talking about with
Yeah.
that. So I know, obviously, you have the four daughters. Are they allowed to watch you fight yet? Are they allowed to watch you in the UFC, or are they not allowed to do that?
I haven't let them watch me in person. If I was fighting in Dallas on the Dallas card, we've been to so many Maverick games and Stars games that it would be really cool to have them come watch me at the same stadium. So that would be cool, and I would let them do that there. But like, as far as like me fighting in Vegas, I would never bring them out there and um, put them up at like in a crappy hotel and like have them come watch me fight. It's just it's
No.
I'm not really into like that. It's like it's cool that they can look me up on YouTube and they can look me up on interviews or whatever I'm doing. But as far as like being there in person, it's a hard thing to watch, especially when it's like someone you know and love. It's like for me and my teammates when they fight, I hate watching people get hit in the face. I really do. Like I really don't like watching my teammates fight in person. I would rather watch it like see the results and like go back and watch the fight afterwards. But like for the girls, like it's no question. I wouldn't. No way they watch me fight unless I'm in Dallas and they can watch me in person.
Okay, I figured that I figured that'd be kind of similar to what the answer is. So you're a big Mavericks and Stars guy. Are you also then a big Cowboys guy?
I'm a huge Cowboys fan, but I'm a bigger Stars fan and not so much the Mavericks. It's more just like I go to the games a lot because I like watching it in person, but I don't keep up with it. Like I don't watch it on TV. But with the Stars and Cowboys, I watch every game and I know all the players and I keep up with all that. But I'm a bigger hockey and football fan than I am a basketball fan. But it's just I never really played basketball. I played up until like seventh grade, but like you're talking like elementary school level. I never really
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah, I didn't play after elementary. I'm from Indiana though, so it's like something I was born and bred to do. I know you're from
Yeah,
Oklahoma originally. Are you a OU guy or are you a UT guy for the Red River Shootout?
no. OU for football and then OSU for wrestling.
Oh, okay. So Oklahoma through and through though for the college
Yeah.
athletics then.
Yep.
Okay. Respect that. Respect that. And then one more thing before I let you go. I know you like to hunt. What's the go-to animal to hunt?
Honestly, I like hunting hog because it's like, with the deer, it's like if it's not like a monster buck, I don't like shooting them, and I definitely don't like shooting like a young deer for like the food and stuff. I'd rather just buy it. And but for hog, it's like they're such a nuisance, and I've seen like firsthand the damage they do to land and property and like the livestock and stuff like that. So taking out a hog is always a good thing for me. And I would say hog, then coyote, and then deer. And then actually, dove hunting is like one of my favorite things, but that doesn't happen a lot. So, I would say hog and then dove.
I heard
Yeah.
someone talk about the hog hunting. Like sometimes like you like in a helicopter or some shit, and
Dude,
then like
I hunted a hog at a helicopter. That was like playing a video game. It was insane. It was pretty dope. Me and my wife were actually together on that one. It was pretty cool. Like so they like put you on one side of the helicopter and they fly up and they like turn sideways and they get you like down on top of the hogs. So you're like shooting down on them and when you hit them they roll like they're running at a full sprint because the helicopter is like chasing them and so like they're scared for their life. It's kind of jacked up if you think about it, but it's like they do so much damage. Like if you owned a farm or if you're around it when you're like younger or like when you're around it when you're trying to make money off of it, if you see the damage they do, you would take them out. Like you would every
yeah,
time you saw one, you would shoot. And so like out there, like in West Texas and up in Oklahoma, if you see a hog anywhere, even if it's not on your property, like you're expected to shoot it, like you're expected to put it out because it's like what they do to land is really bad. But like shooting them out of a helicopter, that's pretty awesome. But then when you have dove coming in and you have a good field set up, it's a lot of fun to watch them. Like they kind of come in, they drop in, and then as soon as they're dropping in, you take them out, and those are really good at eating too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard the hogs ones are like the helicopter, as you said. Heard it's incredible. So
yeah,
anyway, that's what I got for you, man. So unfortunately, don't know who the opponent is.
yeah. I
Usually this is where
really,
I say like you're
oh
not gonna
man.
say decision, you're not gonna say you're gonna lose, blah blah blah.
I
But
was
like so
gonna
you can
take him out. I was gonna take
yeah.
him out with the second round sub. I was gonna wait till the first round and make sure I got the sub I wanted, and I really wanted that banana split, but I guess I'll have to
Damn,
another day.
damn. I was gonna say because that was what I thought you were gonna say is like just let him gas out in the first round like he usually does, and then take
Yep,
him out in the second, and just
yep.
it's kind of like the tail of the tape. That's what literally everyone's done to him. But yeah, so I can't do that. You're gonna put on a performance no matter what who you fight. So if you have anyone you want to think, now that we're done, go ahead and think whoever you want to think.
No, I mean, I appreciate everybody's support, and all my social media is the same. Damon B Jackson. I do. I'm starting to talk more and more shit on Twitter, so it's kind of entertaining. But my Instagram is a lot of family stuff on there, but I don't have Facebook or anything else. But no, I appreciate everybody's support.
I was gonna say no one really uses Facebook anyway, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I was say, I know, didn't you not want to get on social media originally because you're like, I don't want to talk too
never.
much shit, and now you're just like, all
I
right,
got off of it completely, but then I was like, hey, I want to fight. Like, pick me. Like, I'll do short notice. I'll fight top 15, top 20, top 30, whatever. Like, I'll fight whoever. So now that I have a good manager and I have things in place, I don't have to talk so much smack. But hopefully this fight comes through that I want, and something happens on the fourth, and I don't have to talk shit. Because if I don't get a fight, I'm gonna talk a lot of shit,
I mean, if Dana's not gonna hook you up after you offered to fight
bro.
Joe Lives like, what
I
the fuck,
know,
dude,
I
for
know.
real.
Maybe I should. I haven't texted him yet. Maybe I should text him.
You should just text him, or
Yeah,
just be
no,
like, anyone drops out for the next week, or actually, no, the fight's tomorrow. Then we don't have a card until your
yeah,
scheduled fight, so can't do that. So you'll figure
yeah.
you'll get taken care of. I'm sure you'll get taken
Something
care
will
of.
happen. Yeah,
Something will happen.
yeah,
Something. So follow him on Twitter. Have a lot of fun if you want to follow his family endeavors and other stuff. Instagram. But so for us, Damon, appreciate y'all.
yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Okay, Damon Jackson. That was raw. I didn't know what to do when he started talking about how that guy pulled out. I would never have thought to look. It was fucking crazy, dude. Fucking crazy. So welcome to the era of Maple. For all of you unaware,
Yes, sir.
first time listeners, I am a Maple Jordan truther. I'm an Andrew Wiggins truther. He put his nuts in Luka Doncic's face, went viral, and he led the Warriors. He's leading the Warriors to a Finals championship berth. But before we go more into the NBA and talk a little NHL, let's go on my quick UFC Vegas 55 home Vieira fight of the night. Twitter arguments. For a lot of people who said they didn't want to watch that fight, there are a lot of people bitching about who won. I didn't realize so many people were watching home Vieira. I thought I was one of like 10. So shout out everyone bitching at each other about who won the fight, scoring credentials, open scoring, all that kind of stuff. Literally every argument you can get out of a UFC main event, you got it. It was great for an event no one wanted to watch. There's definitely a lot of discourse, which leads to my performance bonuses, which goes to the judges. Makes it all about themselves. Love it. Love it when the judges make it all about themselves, even though, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really give a shit about the scoring. Like, I thought that fight either or make it a draw. I don't think either really won. But some people say Vieira. I don't know. Whatever. It wasn't like the most great fight, but she also had Holm on a couple, like, she almost finished her a couple times. Holm never really showed any, like, Vieira was never really in any trouble like Holm was. So I'll give it to Vieira, but honestly, judges still made it about themselves. They had a split decision. Robbed Eric Anders. I'm pissed about that one. They robbed our boy. Robbed your boy. So judges, get the fuck out of here. Sick of this shit. Um, so let's move on to our winners and losers for this past
Yes,
week
sir.
and weekend. Harrison, why don't you start us off with your first winner?
My first winner goes to Evander Kane, who was a huge winner last week after the demolishing of Edmonton in Game 1 of the Battle of Alberta. But last night, he went out and scored a natural hat trick after having the absolute shit chirped out of him. So that's how you turn it around in the series, and that's how you take a 2-1 lead over your most hated rivals in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just a hell of a performance out of Edmonton, especially Evander Kane, who really showed why he's still one of the more deadly goal scorers in the NHL when he's on his game, to be fair. But
I would
yeah,
say that's talking
Evander Kane.
hockey, but we have a little bit more hockey later. So anyway, I'll move to my
Yes,
winner.
sir.
My winner is the Boston training staff. They've saved guys from the brink of death. They saved Paul Pierce when he shit himself, had to wheel him out, and they saved Jason Tatum when it looked like he was about to die on the floor. Somehow he came back into the game after it looked like he was out for the season. Whatever they got in their water, whatever they got in that locker room, man, it's pretty special back there. So shout out to the Boston training staff. Let's make this a little snake draft. I'll go into my first loser. Friends of the program, Fat Zero this weekend in the win column. Anders was the one I was frustrating. Love Parker. I didn't really honestly see him winning against J. Elton Almeida. He's kind of a special guy, but we're losers this week because all of our boys lost. 2 weeks,
Tough, tough scene.
tough scenes. Scenes were very tough, but in 2 weeks we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Harrison, you're a loser.
All right, so now we're going to get into some talking soccer real quick. Real Madrid are my biggest loser of the week right now.
Oh,
One of
Mbappe.
my biggest losers. Yeah, Mbappe.
Yeah.
Lost out on him big time because Kylian signed another 3-year deal with Paris Saint-Germain. And now they're crying about financial fair play, which how the fuck are you talking about financial fair play when you've been skirting the lines between legal transactions and illegal transactions for years because you're buddy with the royal system of Spain? Like, the one team in the world I would say that can't talk about financial fair play is Real Madrid. So,
That's like the Lakers
yeah,
complaining about guys not wanting to go to LA.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on. It's
Or like the
just,
Yankees saying like, "What do you mean the Rays are spending so much money? This is bullshit."
yeah, wait, you mean the Rays offered one player $75 million a
Only
year?
we're allowed to offer $75
Get,
million
what the
dollars.
fuck?
We're the only
Get
team
him out
allowed
of
to
here.
offer that much
Yeah.
money. All right, Snake Draft, your next winner.
My next winner, Nick Foles, because
Oh,
guess what?
Big
He
Dick.
came in and
He's
did right again. He stole Carson Wentz's job for a third time.
well, technically
For
no.
a third,
Technically, Carson Wentz was never
technically
the
second.
backup. Never the
Yeah,
backup. Never the backup.
but come on, it's still hilarious
All
that
I'm saying is
every
last time
time
they were
Carson
together,
leaves somewhere,
last time Foles and Reich were together, it was a Super Bowl. Just saying.
I still think that magic is in there somewhere. We go from Big Dick Booty Daddy losing to Big Dick Nick coming into Indianapolis, and I have a good feeling. I have a
I
real
have a
good
very
feeling
good feeling.
about
I
him.
hope he never sees the field, though. I hope he never
Never
sets
sees the
foot
field
on the
except
field.
for maybe in the Super Bowl.
No, no.
No,
Maybe in the fourth quarter. Maybe the fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter.
And that's it. Yeah, I'm excited. It's we got all the right juices from Philly now. We're looking good.
Yep.
So the Colts are looking really good. All right, so my winner goes to alcohol this week as Memorial Day weekend. As I've said last week, we don't have a show this Friday. We'll have go back to normal schedule next week, but alcohol. Everyone's gonna be drinking, barbecue, darties,
Yes,
parties,
sir.
everything. So
Hell of a weekend.
shout out alcohol. You're the winners this week because you're
Massive
gonna
shout
make
out.
a shitload of money. So
Gonna
like
be a good weekend to be working at a bar.
great weekend to work at a bar. A terrible weekend to be a liver. Harrison,
Yes.
you're a loser, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a
loser.
loser. You're a loser.
United Airlines, because I don't know if you saw that video of one of their
Oh, he
guy
got
at the
fucking
check-in.
flipped.
He got
Yeah, he got
rocked,
rocked. He got
and
rocked.
it wasn't even like it was unprovoked. Buddy walked out from behind the counter, smacked him in the face, and said, "Let's go," and he got clipped, cut open on his eye.
Well, I
That was
didn't
a
see that
shot and a
part.
half.
I just saw him fall
Oh yeah,
back.
he
I
was
thought he was gonna
bleeding.
fall on the baggage claim and just kind of like rolling away. That's what I was hoping
I,
for.
if that had happened, it would have been
Oh,
perfect.
that would
But
have been
no,
so
he was bleeding big time, like from a
funny.
cut on his eye. And he still tried to get up and fight him again. I think he got fired, knocked out, and ridiculed on the internet in like 15 minutes.
That's the internet hat trick right there. That's
Yes, sir.
that's not the good hat trick. So then my last loser, like that guy, anyone who debates basketball with JJ Redick on ESPN, unless
Yeah.
you are a former player on ESPN, it seems like JJ Redick has no mercy for you. I'm gonna read this exact exchange the way it was. Let me find this real quick. I believe I bookmarked it. No, I did not. Oh, I gotta find it again. This is no bueno. But anyway, so Max Kellerman was saying Luka Doncic couldn't isn't doesn't he's not creating shots as well as Magic or Bird. And so let me Luka Doncic, Max Kellerman. I want to read this out. I thought I saved it. I guess I didn't. Luka Doncic, Max Kellerman. JJ Redick replied, Magic and Bird play with Hall of Famers. Luka is playing with second round draft picks, undrafted guys like Darian Finney-Smith. His shot quality created for his
Yeah.
teammates has ranked number 1 in the last 2 seasons combined. So JJ
Yeah.
Redick just dunks on everyone, dude. It's I love when he called people plumbers, and now he's just calling people out on their bullshit. We're also a pro Max Kellerman podcast. We do know everything he says. He usually has a little shit grin. He's not like Skip or Stephen A. Smith, whose egos are so big they think everything they say is gospel. So shout out JJ Redick for making everyone he talks to a loser. But also
Yeah.
shout out our boy Kellerman for getting some clicks and getting me to talk about him again. So moving on to our shout outs. Before we actually get into shout outs, let's talk a little NBA real quick. It's Warriors are winning the finals, right? Like, do we even have to talk
Yeah,
further?
I think the Warriors are winning it all.
Yeah, they're winning it
There
all.
doesn't really seem to be anyone who's going to be able to stop them.
No,
It's
they're going to
over.
get a nice little gentleman sweep. I think
Yep.
the Heat Celtics series, I just
It doesn't matter.
I feel like okay. So as someone who's been very anti-Boston and very
Yeah.
against Jason Tatum, which I'll talk about in just a second, they do match up very well with Golden State and it scares me. So it frightens me actually a lot.
Okay.
Frightens
That's
me a
fair.
lot. The Heat, not so much, just because Tyler Hero's played like shit lately.
Yep.
Butler's hurt now, all the other kind of stuff. But so is Boston. I don't know. But anyway, the thing with Jason Tatum is I've been trying to figure out who he is, and I think this might be why I don't like him as much as I do, is because he's literally Paul George from the Pacers. And I think I
Yeah.
didn't say this last show. I've said this to you personally. I saw that and it
Mhm.
just clicked. He can be so bad on offense. It's just such a crutch to a team. When he's on though, he's
Yeah.
on. But when he's off, he's really fucking bad. But the difference is he'll play really good defense unlike some other stars, so he makes up for it. It goes back to my point. He's not a superstar. He's a superstar, but he's not. He's like that top notch below where you're not consistent enough.
Yep.
Like Luka, for instance. Luka is that guy. Luka has ascended to that number one tier. Tatum is still right below.
Easily.
He's because and also as I've said a million times on this, is like he just takes the worst fucking shots. It's unbearable. But anyway, yeah, that series, I can already see now Jason Tatum winning Finals MVP and just fucking me in the ass. Here in about a month.
He turns it on like Paul George never could in the finals of the playoffs. And
In the
just,
final couple games, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I think they're gonna clamp. Worst case scenario, he goes against Maple Jordan. Maple clamps him the fuck up. Maple Jordan. Shout out Maple Jordan.
Shout out Maple
Shout
Jordan.
out Maple Jordan.
Hell of a playoffs he's having. Just the whole Warriors team. It's scary to see them back in this kind of form.
Also, the people's coming out and trying to say like they have to get rid of someone. No, they don't. Their owner doesn't care. Their owner is going to pay any tax whatsoever, and they have the bird right. I think now for Wiggins, I think they can afford. They can literally pay anyone whatever they want. They don't go over the cap. It doesn't matter at that point. If you keep your own players, cap doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I feel like
they don't need to go out and get anyone new.
No, exactly. And they just keep the way, and they're so good at developing players. They don't need to draft. This core they have right now is Steph, Clay, Wiggs, Poole, who the other one? I mean, I'm forgetting someone right now. But anyway, like they have so many, and then they take all these old.
Talking about,
yeah. Then they take all the old outcasts like Otto Porter. All of a sudden, it's kind of like a key piece to their rotation. Like I remember when he was like pretty damn good for the Wizards for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the Bulls. It was one or the other. I know he got traded there. But
I think it was both teams for a little bit.
I think for the Wizards was when he had his moments. But
they
take guys like that and they make them good, which just shows their system and it shows also like a lot of these guys they may suck for some of their teams, but they go the right system, it works. Regardless,
and Steve Kerr is just ridiculous with the game plans.
Unreal coach. And also shout out the Grizzlies because they were very competitive before Ja got hurt. So that might have been the finals. That could have been the finals. The Warriors could go to the finals and just sweep whoever they play.
I can see it happening.
Because actually, now that I take back my Celtics take, just because I'm thinking about it more. Wiggins
that Grizzlies team was the one who could have done it had Ja
Wiggins
stayed
would
healthy.
Take out Tatum.
Yep.
Clay would take Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's not going to score 40 on you. I love Marcus Smart.
No, he's not.
But he's not the offensive guy.
You could throw Steph on him, and I mean Steph isn't the greatest defender in the world. It's just like
that's good enough.
It's fine.
Good enough, yeah.
He's not going to hit the shots.
It's Warriors or bust. And then if we're talking hockey, McJesus. That's all I'm cheering for.
Oh my god!
If McDavid can win a cup, that'd be the best. Like storylines, actually, Lightning winning might be good just because it's a real.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Yeah, that'd be good. But I think the best scenario for the NHL is if McJesus gets one.
I agree. We were talking about this yesterday too. Yeah. It's when that top player finally gets his ring.
Yeah.
That's when you know that the floodgates are open at that point, and that's when he's legitimized as a star. Like Crosby in 2008. I mean, Ovechkin was solidified, Stamkos was solidified, but there was always going to be that asterisk on their resumes without that cup. But when they got it, it was like, all right, career over. He's one of the GOATs. McDavid just needs his cup.
McKinnon's the Avalanche player, right? McKinnon's going to get that too because they kind of got lucky with the goalkeeper St. Louis getting
Bennington.
Hurt. Yeah, Bennington.
Yep.
I always forget, for some reason I kept saying Behunin, and I was like, that's not his last name. But I knew Bennington because Bennington was part of their cup run. I knew that. Like he was their cup run.
He was their cup run.
So the Avalanche get by them, then they're going to get running. The buzzsaw that is now the Edmonton Oilers. They're figuring it out at the right
Yep.
time. And I think
Which Edmonton's been waiting for this for so goddamn long
with him,
too.
with Draisaitl and McJesus. Oh,
I would say since the '80s, when Gretzky left,
yeah.
that they've been waiting since then. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I just meant like not since they've
yeah.
had this team. Like last year was
Oh
such a
yeah.
disappointment.
Oh, and so there was what 2 years ago they didn't even make it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm sure my personal hope, just because I'm a low, like if I had to pick a team at this very moment, it is the Oilers and it was also the Hurricanes. Those are like my two different like divisions I pick
yeah,
from. Hurricanes are also looking mighty good.
they're scary.
Can the Lightning? Are the Lightning just going to run through everyone and make? Who knows? Who knows? Because can they keep this up for? I mean, their legs got to be fucking tough.
Another two more series at least. So, I
Huh.
mean, they're 3-0 up on the Panthers right now, which is a damn shame because they were the team I picked after the Flyers got eliminated. But
because it's all the Flyers. Did you see the thing about them
so
partying
depressing.
last night?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I saw that. I had a bet on them and I immediately cashed out. I'm like, hell no, I'm not risking this shit.
Yeah.
They're
That's smart.
sucks. It definitely sucks for Panthers fans, but you know what? It is what it is. You ran into it, but it also shows how good the Leafs
The
were.
Lightning
Sucks for the Leafs. Sucks for the Leafs.
That is just the most cursed team in the NHL. One of the most cursed teams in all sports. I don't understand how Leafs fans get by every season. I really don't.
That's brutal. All right, so that's what we got for you guys today. A little hockey talk, a little NBA talk. See, I'm a casual for hockey, but I know some of it. But next week, obviously, we got nothing on Friday. Enjoy your holiday weekend. On Tuesday, we'll have O'Day Osborne, and we got Mike Trezano next week as well. So we got a very, very, very fun week of interviews coming up. And soon we'll be in Texas for Calvin Cater. So that's what we got for the show. We'll see you guys next Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around with me all the way to the end. I just want to once again thank the sponsor of the show, Living.Fit. If you're looking to better yourself, make sure you go to download the app or visit the website Living.Fit today.